Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So I have been putting a big spotlight on stablecoins as of recently because they are now starting to make their way into the talks of Congress from the US president. I mean, when we hear about stablecoins, specifically US dollar-backed stablecoins, they are now getting a big front row seat at every single major discussion happening around the government sector. And this is because of the support US dollar-backed stablecoins provide for the US dollar, specifically the reserve currency status. But recently, we have been hearing from Ripple employees about how big RLUSD will be. And I do think that this is where we start to see RLUSD really becoming a much bigger player in this space. So if we look at this, we do have from Jack McDonald, who is the stablecoins at Ripple, and he's also the CEO of Standard Custody. But we have the February monthly independent attestation for RLUSD is live. Market cap, $170 million, is outpacing our internal projections. We expect to be a top 5 stablecoin by the end of this year. RLUSD is available on new exchanges, including LMAX, with more to come. New use cases are continuing to take flight. RLUSD is being used in DeFi liquidity pools and NGOs like divadone.xyz and MC Social Venture. They're using RLUSD to streamline giving. You can find all the reports here. Now, yes, when we really look at the reports, these are all of the transparency reports around RLUSD. Within this, you see basically everything. You see everything happening around RLUSD. You see the total circulating supply, the reserve funds, which, by the way, the reserves are actually, they're backed more than 1-to-1, which provides us with even more of a safety net when utilizing RLUSD. And you can see all of the reports here that are published by Ripple, fully transparent and completely out there to anyone that wants to tap into the reports, which I absolutely love to see. But the big focus here is the idea of it becoming a top 5 stablecoin. Because we have over here from vet_x0, we, Ripple, expect RLUSD to be a top 5 stablecoin by the end of the year. According to the current top 5, RLUSD needs more than $4.3 billion in market cap to be in the top 5. That is a 25x increase of the current $170 million market cap. Now, to a lot of people, they don't think that this could happen. But when we really look at this, if we are going to see a large portion of RLUSD minted out and utilized on the XRP ledger, this 25x increase of RLUSD could significantly impact the value of XRP, the value of the XRP ledger, not to even mention how big the DeFi market on the XRP ledger is already becoming because of RLUSD. I do think that that would increase tremendously as well from this. But this is a very, very impressive overall opinion from a Ripple employee. Now, obviously, they're making this projection, or prediction, I should say, from what their internal projections have already been and how RLUSD has already been outpacing them. So I think that in their opinion, RLUSD is simply going to be a top 5 stablecoin by just the overall growth and adoption of RLUSD. But on top of that, it's not just Jack McDonald. It's also Brad Garlinghouse. Now, I played this clip previously, but remember that he also anticipates that RLUSD will rank among the top 5 stablecoins by the end of the year, while also predicting significant growth for the stablecoin market. Big shout out to Bank XRP for this.
If you think about the next forefront of stablecoins, now that the U.S. is getting toward clarity, what's possible?
Well, again, I think we're underestimating how big that might get. You know, today that market's about $230 billion. So I think some smart people think that may go up 10x in the next 5 years. I think that's probably right. I mean, the two leading players in Tether as well as USDC are both, I think, poised to do well in that market. Ripple launched our own stablecoin at the end of last year. That's already ahead of our own internal forecasts in terms of where we are at this point in the year. Still, we're small, but the goal is by the end of the year for RLUSD, Ripple stablecoin, to be one of the top 5 in the market by the end of the year. And I think the whole market's going to grow dramatically over this year.
So what does it take you to get there? Who are you pairing up with? Are you creating some financial partnerships in order to make RLUSD more of a household name?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even today we had more listings go live for RLUSD on some global crypto exchanges. Anytime you do something new, it takes a minute for that kind of, the pun of the ripple effect of seeing how that plays out. And so we're seeing that happen in real time. So I'm really pleased. And again, as I said, we're ahead of our Q1 forecasts of where we expect it to be. So we feel really good about that progress.
So yeah, I mean, listen, the progress around RLUSD has been extremely significant. Now, do I think that this is going to immediately affect the value of XRP? Obviously not. But I do think that this is a very good start to what's to come for XRP and the XRPL. And what do I mean by that? Well, if we think about this post from Jack, I mean, this got posted on the 28th, okay? And since then, the market cap of RLUSD went from 170 million to almost 200 million in just that small amount of time. And a little bit of a better view here, we have over 30,000 plus holders of RLUSD. And we could see the step function in terms of the growth rate of RLUSD. I mean, from the beginning of the year, which we were sitting at about 57.6 million, I mean, the overall growth here has been absolutely, massive. Compared to other stablecoins, this is incredible to see. Now, yes, the XRP ledger only makes up about 44.10 million of the 190, almost 4 million, but it's still a very good start. And also the 30-day monthly transfer volume is over $830 million, and the monthly active addresses is over 3,500. And all of these have been gaining significantly. You can see the holders in terms of like the last 30 days, 412%. Market cap, 50% almost. Monthly transfer volume, up almost 36% exact. 16% for monthly active addresses as well. I mean, guys, this is a very big deal. And we could also go over here to RL_tracker, and we could see that millions of RLUSD have been minted over the last couple of days. Again, we are seeing RLUSD growing in a massive way. Now, also on top of that, we did get an update from Ripple's Senior Director for Global Network Partners, Lisa Kienzel. Big shout out to Subjective Views for this. She actually commented on the motivation behind the launch of RLUSD, i.e. the demand from customers and partners. She also mentions that they are looking to launch RLUSD in Hong Kong and are currently in active conversations. So again, we're going to see RLUSD grow significantly over the coming weeks, months, and even years ahead.
So can you share a little bit with the guests here about the plan you have, and particularly in relation to Hong Kong, and also now the hype up community waiting for a stablecoin product?
Sure. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Kienzel. I oversee the global network at Ripple. I suspect a bunch of folks in the audience have heard of Ripple, and if you had, you've come across us from the payment side or from XRP. And we do all that, of course, but we provide more than that as well. We provide broader digital asset infrastructure for financial institutions and businesses to tokenize, store, exchange, and move value. And as you mentioned, we just launched our own stablecoin in December as well. So 2 months in, we hit 150 million in market cap. We're quite pleased with the uptake so far and excited for what 2025 is going to bring. I think we launched a stablecoin, and yes, there's a handful of other coins in the market, almost certainly going to be more coins issued in the market going forward too. We chose to issue ours because we were seeing demand from customers and partners for a trusted, stable, from a compliance-first mindset company. So we thought about a couple of different things when we were putting it together. And when you drive adoption in as a US dollar-backed stablecoin, it's a fairly undifferentiated asset. You can think about a couple of different things. So we thought about availability, trust, and utility. we went live on a handful of different exchanges globally: Bitso, Bitstamp, Uphold, Bullish, Independent Reserve, CoinMina. More are being added all the time. We're looking right now at Hong Kong. We're not yet listed on any exchanges in Hong Kong, but those are active conversations. We took some specific design choices when we put together our stablecoin too. We issued it out of a trust company regulated by the NYDFS. It's a slightly more rigorous way of choosing to issue a coin. It comes with more obligations and requirements. But we took it on because we felt like it had more of the regulatory credibility that we were looking for when we put together an enterprise grade coin. It did take a little longer, but we were really excited when it came together. I think lastly, though, ultimately what this comes down to is utility and use case. And Ripple, of course, has been in payments for over a decade. And payments is a huge use case for stablecoins. We process $70 billion in payments volume. We use stables in our payments flow today, either for settlement or for accepting or paying out with our customers and our partners. And we'll be implementing RLUSD in the payments flow going forward too. Like all that being said, we had talked about this, I think, on email. There are other stablecoins in the market as well: USDC, USDT. Again, more are going to be issued. It's a $200 billion market today. It's supposed to be a $3 trillion market in 5 years, based on the latest projections. I mean, even if that's off by a couple hundred billion, it's a really, really big number. So when we look at this, we don't say, oh, we're trying to grab the pie. We say, there's a lot of different reasons people are issuing, and we're all working together to grow this market overall.
So yeah, I mean, when we think about what Ripple is offering already, especially including, of course, the XRP ledger with XRP, we got to understand what's really going on here. RLUSD is providing everything institutions need for DeFi. They need that thing that is stable in value, aka a stablecoin. And now they could tap into DeFi services and initiatives on the XRP ledger or even on Ethereum. Now, we do know that the EVM sidechain is going to be big for the XRP ledger as well. But when we think about what's going on here, we know that stablecoins are growing into a $1 trillion plus business. We know that stablecoins are going to be valued in trillions by like 2027, 2028. And Ripple is at the forefront of this. And also, if we go back to roughly November, remember what Monica Long told us in terms of RLUSD. Now, at that time, they were still waiting on regulators to give them the green light to launch. But the main focus was stablecoin volumes, institutional demand, TVL, and multiple data-driven metrics on the XRP ledger, which are now critical to the digital asset XRP success, along with the surrounding networks. Check this out.
Stablecoins, I should say stablecoins generally, are about $170 billion in terms of market cap today. But that's projected to be, north of $3 trillion in just a few years. Because there's going to be more demand drivers, like payments. We saw Stripe acquire Bridge very recently. That's a major payment player that's leaning into using stablecoins for payments. We talk about, Ripple, and, we've processed more than $70 billion through digital assets. And so this use case is going to be a massive trend, and there's going to be more needs in the market for more stablecoins. And, from our perspective, we have the use case. We have customers who already want to use stablecoins in payments. So we think that we can be a great provider.
Do you expect the market to expand, or do you expect to compete with these two stablecoins to break into their existing client base?
I expect the market to really expand. And I will say, so the Ripple US dollar, not yet launched. We're operationally ready, but really important to us is having approval from the regulators. So New York Department of Financial Services is, it's up to them. They're reviewing our trust application.
And when do you see that coming through?
It's going to be in their hands in terms of when they are approving it.
Okay, but since most stablecoins are pegged to the US dollar and most transactions of stablecoins happen in the US dollar, do you think that de-dollarization could be the way forward, where a lot of as new and new stablecoins come in, as the enthusiasm around a new payments infrastructure builds, that we might see the euro find its place with new stablecoins launched pegged against the euro, or new stablecoins launched pegged against the yen, the Sing dollar. Can that market expand? Can de-dollarization happen there in the stablecoin market?
I believe so, and it comes back to use cases like payments, where you think about traditional use cases, and there's real need for foreign exchange there. So I do think that we'll see new forms of fiat currency turned into stablecoins. There's certain markets, like for example, we see in Latin America, where there is a preference for a U.S. dollar stablecoin, but I do think that the world will open up to more types of stablecoins.
So yeah, when we think about stablecoin adoption and stablecoin growth, the big focus here is how stablecoins are growing, how big they're becoming, the overall market for them, the regulatory side of things as well, that's actually clearing the obstacles for stablecoins to grow significantly. And then we also think about the institutional demand, institutional adoption, and also the offering that they can provide using stablecoins. We're talking about, outside of like yield generation, there's things that they can use stablecoins for, around tokenization, for an example. We really focus on tokenization when it comes to stablecoins because we know that when things are going to be tokenized, they're not just going to sit on chain. So you're going to be able to buy, sell, trade them with stablecoins. Everything that we're talking about here is all network effects. It's all things that will affect the underlying network that stablecoins are issued out on, or tokenized products are issued out on. And in this case, we're talking about XRP, and we're talking about the XRP ledger because there is already a lot of adoption happening just from the stablecoin side alone for the XRP ledger. There might only be about $44 million on the XRP ledger, but guess what? This is just the beginning. When we are starting to see stablecoins, specifically in this case, RLUSD, being adopted and utilized at scale, that $44 million could easily be, $440 million. It could be $4.4 billion, $40 billion, $400 billion. Like, the upside potential here it's limitless. So when we think about that, we also have to keep in mind the underlying network effects. And if we are going to see RLUSD grow 25x, to roughly $4.3 billion this year, well, strap in, because we're going to see a lot more adoption and a lot more growth than we ever thought was possible this year for RLUSD. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely like, subscribe, so notifications on, because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.